What is up, everybody? Heathen here. We are back with the Dark Souls walkthrough. Now we want to go ahead and hop on over to Anor Londo. And before we move on, I do want to note you can ask these things to return you to Sen's Fortress. You can talk to them; they'll take you right back after a short cutscene. You are not stuck here, so if you need to go on back for any reason, level anything up with Andre or farm some humanities, you are completely able to do that as long as you get back to the starting point. But these big guys, you want to kind of stay behind them. They're pretty slow, so we just let them do their thing, and then we punish them from the back. They like to stay in groups of 2, but they give you really, really good souls. I do want to mention, before we move on, I did upgrade my bow to +4, just for a little bit of extra damage. You don't have to do that, since mostly we're using it as a item to pull enemies over to us. Just want to take down these guys one by one. Ouch. He really does not like me. If you hit their shield, even if they're not blocking with it, it'll still stop a majority of the damage, so just be mindful of that, and try and keep an eye on their health bar. Grab some Demon Titanite. We got an elevator to our right we'll be using. We'll be going into this room here, and you can see a big old tower we'll be visiting much later in the game. First, we want to go down here, and we have a Firekeeper. This is a friendly NPC, at least for now.
Well, welcome to the... If you see exit, if you are what followed...
You can reinforce your Estus fast with the Firekeeper souls, talk to her for a little bit of lore. Other than that, she just kind of chills there. We're going to work on getting our strength up. Go ahead and use all of our souls. As always, we got a boss soul. You can use that with Andre or another blacksmith to make this into a weapon. We're going to go ahead and use that for souls. Get a couple more points into strength. We want to work towards... What is it? For Black Knight Great Sword? I can't even remember. 32. Then we'll be able to one-hand it. She will become hostile after we kill a certain boss in this area, but that won't be until much later. I will mention that right before it happens, but it will render that bonfire useless. But we don't have to worry about that for now. Just going to go over here and grab some chests before we progress on. Once again, we can pull these guys out one by one. Accidentally two-handed that, or one-handed that. We can get the other one there. Sometimes you can make it through their legs, which can be useful. I don't know if I can. There we go. I wouldn't really bet on that in a pinch, but sometimes you can nudge your way through there. You can see we've got a mimic here because the chain is pointing towards us. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my Lloyd's talismans. See if we can't get that symbol of avarice from this guy. Opens his mouth up for us. We can take Crystal Halberd. We're going to just wind up a big one. No symbol that time. Maybe next time. That's a Twinkling Titanite. This way leads out to an area that is blocked off to us for right now, so we want to pass that up. We'll come back there after we finish up this area and do a few more things back out in the original area. I'm going to go ahead and rest up beforehand. We got our 10 heals again. Ride this elevator down. Now, a lot of elevators in this area are automatic. You want to kind of keep an eye on them and not drop to your death. A lot of the elevators back around Firelink are lever activated, so kind of a change of pace that can get you killed a little easy. We got our gargoyle friend. We can chop his tail off or a axe. He goes down pretty easy. Drop off this way. Got a chest with some Titanite in it. I want to do a little parkour and drop down onto this load-bearing beam. Slide off the edge. That makes me nervous every time. I don't think I've ever fallen there, but every time I do it, it makes me a little nervous. Kill our painted guardians and go on up for some more parkour. Now these guys I pull out with a bow almost every time. They'll throw daggers at you, and if you want to fight them, you want to fight them on one of these cross sections like this. It makes it a whole lot easier than falling off the edge. So we want to try and go up to a cross section and wait for him. Looks like we ended his misery before he fell. Once we get to the chandelier, we can cut the chandelier. Or an item we'll get a little bit later. Pull these guys on over. Alright, looks like we got him poisoned. I didn't realize we were using poison arrows. We'll let that poison do its thing. Oh, he healed up. Wow. Go over to our cross section. And do the same thing with this last guy. Oof, that was a close one. I didn't even know they could backstab you. That is a new one for me. I'm gonna come down this ladder. We can drop right on across here. Go get us a bonus hidden chest over here. Have a divine blessing in it. That's a free full heal. Go right between these beams to get back where we were. I think there's another guy in here. Oh, yeah. There we go. Luckily, the wall gods let us swing. Sometimes your sword will get blocked up in there. Go through this fog wall. Not a boss fog wall. I believe this is just a multiplayer block fog wall. Go and turn our lever. We've got a gargoyle waiting for us. Go ahead and take care of him. Once again, you can chop his tail off. I don't know if this one gives anything for chopping the tail. Every time I give it a shot, we don't get a drop from it. So we're just going to save ourselves the trouble. And just take him out the old-fashioned way. Oh, whoa, big drops. So up ahead is the path of progression. We can go that way. First, I want to go ahead and spin this one more time, and we can take it down another level for an area that we'll be visiting a little bit later. Got a bonfire. And Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. We can head on back up. We will be coming back here. If we have a special ring, we can get rid of that wall a little bit later and fight an extra boss. But we don't have that ring right now. We'll get that back in the catacombs a couple episodes from now. Now we want to turn this back. That leads right back to the area where we fought the guys on the rafters. Also, another area we'll be revisiting eventually. But as before, that is the way back to the original bonfire. We are going to progress out this way. You can fight these two guys if you want to. I usually don't. It's more of a pain than it's worth. But they are worth 1,500 apiece. So that's pretty good souls for a couple of swings. I'm going to go ahead and pass them up for now. And pull these guys out one by one. He'll come up here. Nope, doesn't look like he's going to. Okay, that's okay. We can hit this guy. He should. I thought he'd fall back off the edge. Looks like we're fighting two of them. Sometimes if you shoot that one on the back, he will jump back off the edge, but we didn't get that jump animation from him this time. Smush him on the ground. And we've got two other guys hiding around the corner here. I like to pull them back this way a little bit, because it can be kind of dangerous to fight two of these guys on one. They do quite a bit of damage. We want to just pull them back to where they can't progress and kick them down. I don't think there's any items up here. Nothing in my notes, but you never know. Okay, so we got the infamous double Silver Knight archery here. My favorite thing to do here is just run as fast as we can up to the top. We're going to get the knight on the right first. We're going to make him jump off and take care of himself. Come right up here. They can fit through the side of those blocks sometimes, the little gates, but most of the time they're going to hit the edge and not go through. So we're going to wait until he's done with his thing. Run to the right first. Get him to jump right off the edge. And we'll go back this way. If you angle him above you, most of his attacks will miss. They'll go right over your head. You can kind of swing at his knees, take him down, and then go down here for a Soul of Hero. We can very carefully make our way back across here. Through this fog wall to the left for Solaire and a bonfire. We'll talk to him, exhaust his dialogue. We can bring him in for the next boss fight. He is extremely useful in the next boss fight, so I'm going to make sure we exhaust all this.
You really are. If I did. Oh no.
Just him being a sly, charismatic dog. We can go ahead and use our souls. Level up here so we don't lose these souls later. Strength up to 27. Work our way towards that 32 so we can one-hand this bad boy. The first thing we want to do is go right across the hall and we meet our first Silver Knights. Now, I'm going to take out my shield. Even though I can't one-hand this, I'll take out my shield, get behind him, hit him with the backstab, just like we did with the Black Knights, and one backstab will take him out. Some sunlight metals. Now, the shield is just for the purpose of blocking their attacks. They do a lot of damage, so you just want to mitigate as much of that as possible. Our sword blocks quite a bit, but the shield blocks 100%. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a backstab on him. I'm just going to make it easy. Go to this door to the left. The door behind us here is locked. It will be a shortcut for later. First, we want to go down here and get lots of goodies through this invisible wall. And this area is dark, and there's a lot of weird sounds happening. It's very intimidating, but there's actually, other than one mimic, there's nothing dangerous down here. Open up all our chests and get the full Havel set. And his extremely powerful weapon, the Dragon Tooth. That Dragon Tooth is insanely strong. So if you want to check that out, mess around with it, it is one of the weapons that's very much worth it. We're using our Lord's Talisman on this Mimic. Get our Occult Club and maybe our symbol. No symbol that time. Turn this way and head up the stairs. We've got 2 chests, one in each corner, one here and one right over there. These are both mimics. So I think we have 1 talisman left. We'll go ahead and use this. See if we get our symbol from this guy. Yeah, we did. Look at that. Gold coin and symbol of avarice. We can go ahead and take him out. I was lucky with our last one. And you can see this symbol. I'll show you really quick. Slightly raises soul absorption and item discovery. It also affects its wearer with the Curse of the Branded. So you'll take a little bit of damage, I believe, every second. Yeah, you can see my health ticking down. But you get a huge soul, or not huge, but decent soul increase. So if you're farming for souls or anything like that, it's pretty useful. But we don't have any symbols left, but you can see there's a mimic. The chain is pointed towards us, so we're going to go ahead and hit it with all we got. Get our silver coins. Go over here for a black or silver knight. And then over here for the soul of a hero. You can see a Titanite demon hanging out just below us. We'll be dealing with him a little bit later. This room is empty, but you can see a nice little collection of dragon heads over there. And if we go across the hall, we've got a locked door here. And fellow right down at the end of the hall. Pancake him into the ground. Now, I would suggest kindling the bonfire we just came from, so you can have those 10 heals. That is a boss bonfire. You'll be using that as a beginning of a run back to the next boss, so it's very, very useful if you want to kindle that up. We've got 2 silver knights, one to our left. He's not going to attack us yet. Go and pancake this guy. This is our progression route. We'll be going through there in just a second, but first we want to go help our good friend Onion Bro so we can progress his quest line. So, pancake this guy. And here's our friend.
Whatever can be done. Ah, let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? Oh, don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We'll need another 3. We'll need a...
Want to exhaust his dialogue, and there are 3 silver knights in this room. I would not suggest running in and trying to take them all on at the same time. I would get this guy out here. Let him do his thing and swing away. Just be mindful, you can hit Onion Bro and upset him and botch his quest line. If you do accidentally hit him, you can go back to the tower right after the gargoyles where you rang the first bell of awakening, talk to the NPC, and he will give you absolution, and the NPC will forgive you. I'm going to go ahead and break this table so this stuff's not in our way. Give us a nice open area to fight our second Silver Knight in. And third one, we can just run and pancake. Got us a cool sword. Now we can go talk to Onion Bro. He will be amazed with our skills.
What's on your mind? Wait. Fantastic. I'll take this.
Gives us Tiny Being's Ring. I believe that gives you a little bit of extra health.
Next time. But we will next time.
And we finished up his dialogue. He will move on to Firelink Shrine. We'll talk to him a little bit later. Open this up for an upgrade item. And this leads right back around to the area where we fought the Silver Knight with the bow. If we backtrack and go back to the other Silver Knight with the bow. Head down these stairs. You can see here is the Titanite Demon. We don't really want to mess with him yet, though. We can come this way and get a shortcut first. Since we're at the end of the line here, right before the shortcut to the bonfire, I would suggest leaving that big old Titanite Demon until we have more heals. Pull him out. I guess I keep hitting his shield with that big jump. Does not do much damage. We open up these chests. We get the Silver Knight set, one of my favorite sets in the game. And we open up this door, and we're back down where we fought our very first Silver Knight. Right next to the bonfire. I'm going to go ahead and kindle up this bonfire so that we have 10 heals for where we're going next. And for the boss we're going to fight later. We're almost at a level, actually. Let me go ahead and... yeah, Soul of a Hero, do it. Up that strength as much as we can before this next boss. We can reverse hollowing. We'll want to be human and alive when we go to fight the boss, because you can summon in Sunbro to come and help us. Since the next boss is the very infamous 2 vs 1, I think that this is one of the most useful times ever to bring in an NPC summon to help you out during the game. Makes it a lot easier. So, one thing we can do is run back up that way. Bye-bye. And up the stairs, or we can take a quick little jump here. I think this is a little bit faster. You can see right there, we can see the upper level, jump right over it, and you're here. And you can skip fighting one Silver Knight that way. The other Knight shouldn't pull, but the pokey guy will follow you all the way up. So I like to make that jump. So we don't want to go down there yet. There's lots of guys down there waiting for us. Go right around up here. Drop out our window. And right over our gate. For a big old great bow, Dragon Slayer bow. And then drop on this guy. Take this around and open up the gate here. Now this leads out right to the front area where we came from across the bridge when we first took the elevator. Oof, aggressive. There we go. I finally got one of them to fall off. Hey, we got Demon Spear. You can come down here for Titanite Chunk. Sit down, buddy. And we meet our very, very good friend, our second blacksmith of the game, the giant blacksmith, and we can go sneak right back around here, open up this chest, and take the hawk ring. Trap me in. Trap me in. Okay, we're good. Now, he does the same things. The only difference between him and Andre is he will take some of the embers that Andre won't take, and vice versa. Andre will take some that he won't take. We'll meet one more blacksmith in the game that you can also give embers to. So I want to talk to him again, make sure I don't have any embers he wants. Doesn't seem like we do now, but he sells plethora of good things. Twinkling Titanite for one, which upgrades the weapon we're holding right now. Black Knight Greatsword. He sells all the good stuff, all the arrows, all the giant's armor. If you're going for that giant dad build, this is your place. Go back up here. You can see we're on the other side of where we came up. There's the broken window we dropped through. We can go down and kill this Silver Knight that's going to be shooting arrows at us the whole time, because we've got a couple more things we want to do in these rooms. You can see there's Solaire's summon sign. You can bring him in to help you out with this fight. Very, very useful. But first, we want to go and open up one last shortcut. Get away from me. That was rude. Opens up the front door here. Where'd he go? There he is. Let's heal up before we try and kill him. Oh my god. That was really close. And same as always, 2 strikes, but this time you get 3,000 souls apiece. These guys are a great farm if you learn their workings and how they move. Nice 3,000 souls apiece. And take care of them. I think we should be okay to go ahead and give this boss a shot. Go ahead and summon in Solaire. Giving us the big praise the sun. A few things about this boss. This is Ornstein and Smough, legendary duo of the Dark Souls world. It depends on which one you kill, how easy or hard this fight can be. I think it is best to kill Ornstein, the skinny one, first, so that you fight the super-powered Smough. His moveset is a lot easier, and he's a lot slower than the super-powered Ornstein would be. But whichever one you kill, the opposite one is going to be empowered, and you'll have to fight them alone, full health bar. You'll also receive different rewards for each one. Now, you can buy their armor sets from our gold vendor friend in Firelink Shrine. So, it's really just up to you. Whichever one you want to do. I think it's easier to kill Ornstein first and then deal with Smough. That's what we're going to do on this playthrough, but totally up to you. I also like to do fast rolls on this, so we're going to take off as much armor as it takes to fast roll. I think it's makes this fight a lot easier. Here we go. Ornstein usually opens up with a charge. I like to go behind the pillar, try and juke it out of him. Yep, there it goes. See, we're doing tons of damage. But we want to stay away from big guy. When they group up like that, that's when they get dangerous. Maybe we can go in and get our last hit we need. Alright. Ornstein is down. Got our super-powered Smough. I'm gonna hide behind something so he can do his charge if he wants to. I don't like to lock on to Smough. I think it makes it a lot more difficult. I'm gonna go in and just chunk him when we have the chance. Here he comes with his charge. We're stuck under him, but we're gonna get as many hits as we can. And there goes Smough. Now we get the Soul of Smough, which we can trade in for a weapon. Same thing if you had done the opposite. You would get the Soul of Ornstein, which you could trade in for a weapon. And you're more than welcome to look those weapons up. It's a plus 10 of a certain type of weapon for each of these boss souls at the blacksmith. But we got Humanity, Sunlight Metal for fighting with Solaire, and let's put our armor back on. Let's see if we can do Silver Knight. Yes, we can. Wait for our elevator to come down, and we're about to hit a bonfire. I'm going to go ahead and consume the Soul of Smough. He gives a really great hammer for this soul, so it's actually pretty cool if you're doing a strength build, but we're not going to worry about this playthrough. Get our strength up to 31. Almost able to one-hand this big old boy. Go through here and see another legendary Dark Souls figure. Maybe for different reasons than the previous two.
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
To kneel?
Chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord Vessel to thee.
With the power of the Lord Vessel, you may now warp between bonfires. So, this makes the game considerably easier, jumping back and forth now. Much easier than just having to hoof it everywhere. We do have to go place this down somewhere before it will unlock the gold barriers that keep us from going to the final 4 bosses.
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
She does have a covenant we can join. Get Ring of the Sun Princess. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, you can change covenants right from the bonfire, so if there's benefits from one covenant that you want or don't want to be in a covenant anymore, you can change them right here. All the covenants we've joined are available. Now we have the option to warp. You can see we can warp to certain bonfires, not all bonfires. We want to go ahead and head on back to Firelink Shrine. See, Onion Bro has joined us. You can see our friend who told us originally about the bells is gone. We will meet him later. He will be a little bit more aggressive than he was when we first met him.
Well, fancy meeting you here. You know, I was thinking the gate, the old fortress, was that your doing?
You tell him yes.
Yes, It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well, am I fortunate? Please. There you are. I'll be hitting as nothing. No worries.
Go ahead and exhaust his dialogue.
There you I'll be hitting as nothing. No worries.
Make sure you're saying the same thing over and over. Now we can go over here, and I want to stress how important this part is. Extremely, extremely important. We want to go over, drop down here, and place the Lord Vessel down. We cannot go past the golden barriers that were in place until we place the Lord Vessel. I have done this many, many times. I've been playing the game. I get excited after I beat Anor Londo. I go to the next area, and I'm blocked off from one of the last 4 bosses because I didn't come here and do this one simple step. Then I have to hoof it all the way back here. So, I want to place this down right now and remove that error. And now we have the Lord Vessel placed. So, you can port from this bonfire, or right up back to Firelink Shrine. And that is going to wrap this episode up for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.